Good Monday morning. Mesdeline here with your daily oracle card. Today, it's Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. Look at that beautiful artwork. I just love it. In the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuation of our minds, it can be difficult to remember a sublime sanctuary lies within, yet it is always there. Beneath the ceaseless activity, there is an endless, vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of time. Some might call it eternity. Within that sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. That sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart's rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat. The totality of life, all of your being, can be felt as one through listening to and feeling for the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. It is through this heartbeat that we experience a love that is more than preference or attachment. This is the love that inspires, energizes, and moves us to create, even beyond what we once thought was possible. Your love for life, the need to feel alive and express yourself, and the quest for that which is truly fulfilling. These are the sacred urges that rebel against fear and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can be felt through the beating of your heart. This oracle has a message for you. There is a way of the mind which can make mountains out of molehills, even when it thinks it's turning mountains into molehills. Then there is the way of the heart. It is subterranean and moves subtly beneath possible obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward through dangerous pathways and responding to what is before it even occurs in the physical world. However, with the heart's intelligence, we cannot see and know in the same way that we do when we allow the mind to direct us. We have to be open to another way if we want to benefit from the innate intelligence of the heart. The mind sees, plans, and strategizes. The heart feels, responds, senses, and intuits. When we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way. It is a different way to live and create. It is closer to the earth and to the source of life itself. It is not for those who are lacking in courage and trust, but you are not one of those. You are being asked to trust your heart and to drop into it. The mind is important, but it cannot supplant the heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart. That is, to create the spacious chamber of receptiveness into which the sacred rhythm of your heartbeat can resound. This oracle comes with guidance for you. Deep within, you know what to do, and you know what is true. It matters not whether the mind and its plans seem to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against fear will serve you well. Let your heart lead you. Be sure of your faith and trust in what you feel. Your head and heart have been in conflict at times over the course of your life. This has brought you struggle and sometimes deep suffering. However, this oracle brings you the message that a truce will soon be declared and the appropriate outcome of the mind waving the white flag of surrender is imminent. Soon, if not already, you will finally be feeling that your heart is leading you. You will feel that your mind is learning to follow the guidance of your heart rather than trying to be out front, seeing and sorting everything out in advance in order to be safe. What a relief to let go of this old way. Your mind can become more relaxed and trusting. There will be a period of adjustment as you get used to living without so much foresight, but with more insight, wisdom, and energy in the present moment to create. If you're finding that you cannot plan or strategize as you once did, or you feel that you know less than you have ever known about where you are heading or how you are supposed to get there, then this oracle comes with a confirmation that these are healthy signs of a shift from head to heart. You are not proceeding in error. You are exactly where you are meant to be, doing exactly what you are meant to be doing. You are now in a position that is more powerful than ever because you are allowing yourself to be guided by your heart. A heart that beats in harmony with the hearts of all existence. Your affairs are in accord with love, and no matter what may appear to be at times, all is unfolding according to that greater love, you included. So this is an amazing card. And I like to think of it as thinking versus feeling. So I'm a thinker, I'm a planner, I'm a strategizer. I love to learn, I love books and all that kind of stuff. You know, maybe I'm an intellect. I don't like to think of that, of myself that way, but you know, it could be true. However, I know this sounds easy to lead from the heart instead of the mind, but it takes time. It takes practice. And so for me, I worked on this a lot because to me the heart is about love. And when you're in love, and I don't mean in love with somebody else, but you know, in a state of love, you can't be in a state of fear. And so my focus is to be as loving as possible. And so as much as my mind wants to take charge, and I call it the monkey mind, you know, and all the things and all the chatter in my brain, I've learned to listen to my heart and to follow my heart. And what that is tuning into your feelings. So here's an example. Or let me just say first, when you lead with the heart, then the mind kind of has to catch up, right? So the heart tells me where to go, but then the mind sometimes has to figure out how to get there, right? So they work together. Whereas it used to be, my mind would tell me where to go, and then my heart would try to fit in with that, and it didn't always work. But when I lead with my heart, it always works. So for me, probably the greatest example I can use is being in an abusive relationship. So you're in an abusive relationship, and your mind is, you want to get out, but your mind is telling you all the reasons why you can't. You know, you can't afford it. You don't have money. You don't have a job. You worry about the kids. There's all these things that your brain is telling you, right? All the reasons that you can't. And you're afraid that if you leave, this will happen. You're afraid that'll happen. But your heart is saying, get the hell out, right? Get out. Your feeling is that it's the right thing to get out. And I know that for me, when that happened, the person that I was getting out from was somebody I loved with every cell of my being, right? But I had to love myself more. And I had learned to lead with my heart by then. And so my heart was telling me, you know, you need to love yourself more than this other person. You can love this person from over here. You don't have to be in it with them, right? You can still love them. It's not like you're going to stop loving somebody, right? But you need to love yourself more. And so my heart led me out of this situation. And then my brain had to think of all the things because we were connected in so many ways. We owned businesses together, you know, I came in a house, and it just went on and on, right? So then, you know, my heart led me my heart made the decision, and then my brain had to figure out how to make what my heart wanted happen, and it did. It all just flowed, right? It all worked out wonderfully. And I'm telling you what, when they talk about, the silver lining of the black cloud or whatever, every cloud has a silver lining, well, whatever. My silver lining was a golden lining. It was the light of life, amazing thing that happened when I followed my heart. I ended up in a place that is so much better, there is so much love in my life. There is so much good in my life. There is so much joy. And it's all from allowing my heart to lead me. Was it easy? No, it was horrible. Horrible. But I trusted my heart. And I was right to trust it. And now my ex-husband, he's very happy where he's at. And the person he's with is happy to support his anger or whatever, and that's great. I'm in a great place. I mean, I'm looking over the bay every day out of my beautiful apartment. I just have so much good in my life. I could go on and on. But that's an example. I thought of all the reasons for a while. I was thinking of all the reasons why this couldn't happen. The businesses and the this and the that and my kids and, and all the things. And then my heart was like, no. Listen to me. I know what's to your highest good. And so that is another way I got connected to my heart and learned to let my heart lead. It's like I would tune in and ask, is this to my highest good? Whatever the decision was, whatever the problem was, or whatever my idea was to resolve the problem, is this to my highest good? And I almost always got an instant answer, right? And then I had to trust that that was the correct answer. If it wasn't to my highest good, what was I doing, right? If I don't do what is to my highest good, how can I help other people? How can I be there for other people? How can I be an example for people to invite more love into their lives? So it's all about you. And I love you.